But men are fallible.
Okay.
We write things with our own hands.
Was the Prophet fallible?
Sorry?
Was the Prophet fallible?
No, he is Rasulullah.
So he's not fallible?
He is not fallible.
Okay.
The Rasul is not fallible.
So,
and hold on. The reason why we have to be cautious of things that we read is because A, because of politics, and B, because of the greed of men. We don't know. None of us here know.
Can I understand your argument?
Where? Go on.
Your argument is, I reject some hadith because men are fallible, correct? Am I representing you correctly?
Part of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's not exactly.
Am I representing you correctly? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you accept the Quran? Men are fallible. Why do you accept the Quran?
We're talking about Allah.
Just don't be worried about what people are doing. Be worried about yourself, right? I'm not laughing, am I? I'm just asking you a question. If hadith, as you said, you reject some of it because men are fallible, I'm now holding you to your own criteria. Be consistent. Why do you not reject a part of the Quran?
Why do you want to reject the Quran?
No, a part of the Quran, because men are fallible. Maybe there's a mistake there as well.
No, because this is divine revelation.
How do you know that?
Allah tells us.
How do you know Allah told you? These men that brought you the scripture are the only reason you think Allah told you anything.
Because nothing has been added into the Quran.
How do you know?
I like it when you play like a double advocate. Like now it becomes atheists. Like they don't believe in nothing. They're asking you to prove the Quran. It's just marvelous, isn't it? Marvelous how just all of a sudden they just start questioning the Quran. How? I don't know how they do it, but they do it.
I have faith.
You have faith.
Yes.
So now you're saying
I have the words of Allah.
So now you have blind faith.
No, it's not blind. It's not blind.
So here's the evidence.
Okay, so here's the evidence. Apart from the Quran, where else does it say believe only in God and what God has revealed? It says it in the Torah. It says it in Zabur. When King David is saying, because
we're talking about preservation of the Quran now.
Anyway, all he's trying about, or talking about preservation of the Quran, they're mad about it. They're very, very like trying to find out exactly. Although no one knows how. But we have theories, but we don't know. Okay, but we believe, right? To me, it doesn't matter how it got to me. The Quran I've got at the moment, a friend gave it to me, but I got it. Yeah. I've got it now. So when I started reading it properly, I believed it was from God with evidence. Okay. Now, they're saying the same people that brought us the Quran, that this are the same people that brought us the Hadith. Okay? And that is a fallacy. Because I can give him like logical, or facts actually. Facts without the Quran, because he doesn't believe in the Quran now. And, okay, that the Quran has nothing to do with your hadiths. How it spreads out, how it's written, how the language of it, the balagha in it, is nothing like it, okay? All right. So it can't be just the same people that brought us the hadith, brought us the Quran, otherwise the Quran would be messed up. Now, I'll tell you why I believe that this is your proof. I'll prove it to you now, all right? First of all, if you're telling me the Quran can be corrupted, so you're making that claim, isn't it? We're starting that, yeah? You're making that claim. You said, how do I know if the Quran is not corrupted? Because people are corrupted. All right, that's not for me to tell you, really. So, if it's corrupted, go to the Quran and show me where it's corrupted, what you think is corrupted, all right? That's the first thing I'll tell you. And then what do I tell you next? I'll tell you that, is the Quran from God? And you're going to reply, yes. And I'm going to ask you, is the Hadith from God? And you're going to say, no, obviously. And I'm going to tell you, give me a narration of a Hadith. You're going to give me a narration of the Hadith. But can you give me a chain of narration to the Quran? You can't do that, can you? You can't, because Quran hasn't got a chain of narration, has it? No, it hasn't. Okay? There is no a verse from Abu Huraira or Ibn Anis or whoever, or Imam Ahmed. There is no verse narration to Imam Ahmed about a verse. Okay? In the Quran, there isn't a weak verse, a strong verse, sahih, not sahih. See, there isn't. Can't be a weak verse, can it? No, that doesn't exist. So that's one more proof. Your hadith gets corrected every 100 years, because every 100 years you believe there's another preacher who comes out once every 100 years, and he's gonna basically correct and discorrect some of the hadiths, right? Like Albani done, isn't it? This is a proof. Your Albani done it. So your hadiths can be changed. Someone can come every 100 years or 150 years or whatever, and fiddle with them, right? Can't do that in the Quran, can you? Your hadith is full of contradictions. It's packed with contradictions, right? In the same book, you find a lot of hadiths against other hadiths. Unbelievable. That doesn't happen in the Quran, does it? No, it doesn't. Where the hadith memorized, were they? Were they memorized? No, they weren't, innit? Just a few people wrote them down, right? Please don't tell me about Bukhari memorized 600,000 hadiths with the narration. Come on, man. Come on, that's mental, man, honestly. Hey, it's fairy tale crap. That means the hadith didn't come to us tawatur like the Quran. So we know exactly how the Quran was spread by Prophet Muhammad reciting it to his people, right? They meet in a masjid, they write it down, they memorize it, and he sends another group who can teach other groups, and that's how the Quran got to us, from one group to another, right? That is the possibility, right? And no one can deny that. And it was memorized as well, and it was written. It was written by the Prophet Muhammad himself. No one you say you can't write and you can't read. This is what I'm telling you now, right? From from facts, yeah? Your facts as well. Now, I'll start with something, yeah? That I have proved that the Prophet wrote the book. He did not die without leaving the book. From the Quran as well. From the Quran. Not going far. From the Quran, if you believe in it. Chapter 29, verse 48. وَمَا كُنْتَ تَتْلُو مِنْ قَبْلِهِ مِنْ كِتَابٍ وَلَا تَخُطُّهُ بِيَمِينِكَ إِذًا لَارْتَابَ الْمُبْطِلُونَ. You did not, before this book, you did not read any book or written it with your right hand. The rejectors would have had reason to harbor doubt. See? Here he's talking, right? The messenger, right, can write and with his right hand as well. You understand? But he had no connection with the books that came previously. He wasn't known to be writing books or writing anything to do with the Torah or the Injil. He had no teachers about that, so he wasn't known for that. Okay, so this is the first book that he has written with his right hand. Okay, this is the Quran. I don't know. It's not me. And then, if you start meddling, right? Meddling, like how the Quran got to you, how Quran got to you, how did it go that? How did it go that? If it's corrupted, you prove it that's corrupted. If it's got contradictions, you prove it that's got contradictions. You prove this wrong. It's all in the Quran. Prove it. Just prove this is not from God. Right? Prove this is not from God. You prove it. I don't have to prove nothing. This is my belief. That's what I believe. You understand? This is what I believe. Because when I read the Quran, I knew it wasn't from anyone or any human being can write. I mean, the Quran is so fantastic, right? It's so perfect. It's like someone writing a book with all different stories and laws and everything, right? In order. And then he chops them into verses, right? He chops them into verses, mix them all up, right? And put them in one book. Will they make sense? Will they make sense? No, they will not make sense. But that's how the Quran works. And it makes sense. Even when the verses are all over the place, but still makes sense. So you can take out all the verses and put them in order, right? You can put them in order, you can read them, right? But you can read them the same, right, in the whole book. Although the verses are all mixed up. I mean, you're going to write that down. Go on. You're going to create something like that first. Second thing, if you touch any letter, right, or any dot, or any word, you change the meaning of the whole bloody thing. Okay? You change the whole meaning. So you can't touch it. You can't miss with it. Because every time you come up with something, that's why you're going about qira'at. No, it's from that, man. It's from the Quran. I proved it to you the other day, right? It's from the Quran. You can't deny that. You can't really... If you argue with that, don't leave me alone, man. Leave me alone, right? So you can't touch it. Can't do that with a hadith, right? So the Prophet here was writing with his right hand. What was he writing? The book, the Quran. Simple, right? It's not Ottoman, it's not your lot. He didn't leave any, left them everywhere and someone came and put them together. There's no verses missing like the one that this, what's that, eating it? A sheep eating a verse. It wasn't like that. It was a book. When he died, he was a book. And he was copied. And he was memorized. In masses. Right? And that is for God to protect it. Because when we give you a verse, you don't believe it. Right? Surah Al-Hijr. Chapter 15, verse 9. We always use that. إِنَّا نَحْنُ نَزَّلْنَا الذِّكْرَ وَإِنَّا لَهُ لَحَافِظُونَ. You know what I'm saying? It is we who revealed the reminder. And we will preserve it. Okay? God here he didn't say, إِنَّا نَحْنُ نَزَّلْنَا الْحَدِيث الذِّكْرَ وَالْحَدِيث. Didn't he? He didn't say that. He said the dhikr. And he also said the dhikr is the whatever God sent, isn't it? Reminders. Yeah, the God didn't say here, it is we who revealed the reminder and the hadith, did he? No, this is not. He didn't say that. He just said the dhikr, yeah? And you got, if you believe in that, so I believe in something else, all right? I believe in this verse as well. Chapter 17, verse 88. قل لأن اجتمعت الإنس والجن على أن يأتوا بمثل هذا القرآن لا يأتون بمثله ولو كان بعضهم لبعض ظهيرا. Say, if all humans and all the jinns banded together, I mean, because you guys think that you can, you can connect with the jinns, you can talk to them and they can do bad things and all that. God is telling you, what? You and the jinns, you claim you can see, you claim you can talk to, you claim they can do sorcery with it and all that. Yeah, you and this lot, the jinns, right? Say all human and all the jinns banded together in order to produce anything like this. They can never produce anything like it. Even if they see each other, even if they can see each other, right? God's saying here, you can't see them and you can't see you. There's no connection between you, but you claim that you have connection with the jinns, the other side, yeah. So you talk to them and create something like this. Has anything like this been created since it's been sent? Has it? Have you seen it? I'm sure people tried. But where is it? Do you see it? You don't see it, do you? You don't see it. So I believe by this verse that no one can create it because I haven't seen anything, have you? Right? And anyone can try. Go on, have a go. Create anything like this. Create a verse and put it in the Quran. See if we can see it. we can't see it. You can hide it in there, right? Create any verse, even a verse. Create a verse and still go and stick it to the Quran. Anyway, you're telling because you're saying the Quran is all mixed up, isn't it? So we won't see. Just put it there. Go on. All right. Now, thank God for the Quran. You know why? Because it answers all the questions. You don't even have to work hard. Honestly. All right, now I'll prove to you that I'm not supposed to follow that because I wasn't asked by my creator, Allah, all right, to follow anything else. I'll give you verses. So what the Prophet said, Surah Al-An'am, chapter 6, verse 19. وَأُوحِيَ إِلَيَّ هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ لِأُنذِرَكُمْ بِهِ. This is not the whole verse, all right? You can read the whole verse though, yeah? Read the whole verse. I don't have to write a lot. Say, here it said, this Quran has been inspired to me. He didn't say the Quran and the Hadith, did he? He didn't say Quran and the Hadith, did he? He didn't say أُوحِيَ إِلَيَّ هَذَا الْقُرْآنَ وَالْحَدِيث مَعَهُ لِأُنذِرَكُمْ بِهِ. No. Here, the Prophet, the Messenger is saying, this Quran has been inspired to me. Right? So just the Quran, yeah? Okay. Surah Al-Furqan, chapter 25, verse 30. وقال الرسول يا ربي إن قوم اتخذوا هذا القرآن مهجورا. There you go. He didn't say, this is judgment day, right? This is judgment day, right? And this is what the messenger is going to say, judgment day, right? It's all over, right? It's all over. We're there, we're waiting to be judged, and this is what the messenger will say, right? The messenger said, my Lord, my people have deserted this Quran. He didn't say deserted the Quran and my hadith. Do you know what I'm saying? He didn't here. He didn't say hadiths at all. وقال الرسول يا رب إن قوم اتخذوا هذا القرآن مهجورا. He didn't say hadith. No, he didn't. So he would have said, where's my hadith? Wouldn't it? These people, where's the Quranist? Call all the Quranists here. Why you don't know your hadiths? He's not going to say that, is it? It's going to call you. It's obviously talking about you, is it? Because we hold on to the Quran. We didn't desert the Quran. We read from it. We learn from it. We didn't. You did. You did by when you wanted the hadith. Yo, he's talking to you. You should wake up. Wake up. Don't think you're saved. You're not. Trust me. I used to be one of you. And then God is telling you here, look, how Islam should just spread. This is how the Quran spreads. This is how the Quran spreads. He will show you. He'll show you how to do da'wah. Right? Allah is showing you how to do da'wah. Right? Chapter 9, verse 6. وَإِنْ أَحَدٌ مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ إِسْتَجَارَكَ فَأَجِرْهُ حَتَّى يَسْمَعَ كَلَامَ اللَّهِ. Kalam Allah. Not hadith, yeah? Kalam Allah. Because hadith is not kalam Allah, is it? ثُمَّ أَبْلِغْهُ مَأْمَنَهُ ذَلِكَ بِأَنَّهُمْ قَوْمٌ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Oh, look at that. Let's read it in English. If one of the idol worshippers sought safe passage with you, you shall grant him safe passage so that he can hear the words of Allah. Not the Prophet. He didn't say the Prophet, the words of the prophets, did he? No, I didn't. I can't see that here. Then send him back to his safe place. That is because there are people who do not know. See the beauty of it, right? He tells you exactly what to do with the mushrikeen, right? With the mushrikeen. I want you to listen to the Quran. I want you to hear the words of God, what they're saying to you. You see, I'm inviting you, like this verse is telling me to do to you. Because you're not reading your Quran. You deserted it. You're reading the Hadith now. You're trying to say, if it wasn't for people, the Quran wouldn't get to us. That's what he's saying. Where is God here? Where's Allah? Where is Allah? Where is he? Who is he? What is he capable of? See, it doesn't matter how the book got to me. It's what's in it that guides you. Not the people who brought it to you. It's what's in it that guides you. It's the words in it that guides you. Not how it got to you. It has nothing to do with it. It has absolutely nothing to do with it. If you want to believe it, believe it. If you don't want to believe it, leave it alone. Don't interfere with it. Do you understand? If you don't believe it, you're not ready for it. You're not trying with. You're not clear enough. You're not pure enough. You're not trying to look for the truth. You're trying to argue with it. You're trying to find something bad about it. That's what you would do. But if you're looking for the truth and you're honest and you read it in an open mind, open heart, it will definitely guide you, 100%. This book, right, there is no book like this, right? It might be a little different for me when I read it in English, but when I read it in Arabic, the book comes alive. The book itself comes alive. He will show me where I am. He opens my eyes. He showed me the world. He showed me everything. He showed me how people get brainwashed. He showed me how to live a righteous life. He showed me how to deal with people, to my own family. He tells me everything, mate. And it's not hard. It's not hard at all. I was like that anyway. But I just got better by leaving superstitions and fake books and made up human words that make no sense and contradict each other and shit. And I'm the idiot. I'm the idiot for telling you to read your Quran. You're calling me all them names, right? Because all I'm asking you is to use your brain, okay? Stop following people. The message is for you, not for for your, like, it's like someone is ill, right? And I go to the chemist, get the medicine, and I eat it myself and expect the other person to get better. This is to guide you, guide every one of you. It doesn't work. It doesn't have, I just gave you an example. This is the best example I can give it to you. It's like you're sick and I eat the tablets for you to get better. It doesn't work. So how a person can't guide you? No person, no priest, no rabbi, no imam, not your family, not anyone. It's the book. Right? It's the book. ذلك الكتاب لا ريب فيه هدى للمتقين. Hudan, the book. What's in it? The writing. It doesn't matter who's who. Just be pure. Just be honest and read it. That's all. Just do zakat. Purify yourself, your mind, whatever you. That's what zakat is. You start from scratch. You actually purify yourself from all what you learned from birth. All what other people's ideas put into your head. There's a lot of ideas. Watching a cartoon, you have ideas. You're watching a movie, you got ideas. You're too small. Anyway, I just want to finish it with a beautiful verse. Beautiful verse. For these people who like to meddle around and, you know what I mean, ask stupid questions and trying to find out, like, details, right? Surah Al-Ankabut, chapter 29, verse 51. أَوَلَمْ يَكْفِيهِمْ أَنَّا أَنزَلْنَا عَلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ يُتْلَى عَلَيْهِمْ إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَرَحْمَةً وَذِكْرًا لِقَوْمٍ يُؤْمِنُونَ. Is it not enough that we sent down to you this book, being recited to them? This is indeed a mercy and a reminder for people who believe. You see, this is when you believe, then you really believe in verses. You really believe in them, do you know what I'm saying? So you really understand them. They're clear verses. But you have to believe first. See, you have to know what La ilaha illallah is first. Before the Quran can guide you. Peace out.